Hello, this is Matvey, and in this video I will tell you how to connect new monitoring systems to Grafana OnCall using templating, how to adjust existing templates, how to put important data to templates, and how to change grouping of incoming alerts. Grafana OnCall is open source product, which is also available as part of Grafana Cloud. I will launch open source Grafana OnCall in my local machine. So running Docker Compose. Okay, cool. Checking. As you see, it's running locally. It's empty, nothing yet connected. And let's imagine we want to connect it to some monitoring system, but unfortunately it's not yet supported. No worries, because we will deep dive into templating. So I'm creating a webhook integration. Grafana OnCall gives me URL, and I will simulate requests from my monitoring system using Postman. So going to Postman, I have some payload here. This is Alert Manager payload, by the way. And let's send the request. Oh, it was registered. As you see, Grafana OnCall was not able to parse title, it was not able to parse body, and if I will send more requests and refresh the page, it grouped all of them. We don't know how did it decide to group everything, so we want to have a control what is getting grouped and what is not getting grouped. Let's go to the configuration. Grafana OnCall process all payload which is going to it using templates, and all those templates are editable through this UI. Here you could find different templates, those who are responsible for rendering in web, those which are responsible for rendering in Slack, and also there are some templates responsible for how Grafana OnCall understands the payload. Let's start with web. First thing we want to do is to change how Grafana OnCall understands the title of alert. We have example of payload here, and let's think what could be a title. Looks like this field. Labels, alert name. We find template called title and type payload, labels, alert name. Let's check one more time. Yeah, it's a dictionary, so it should be accessible this way. And we see that it's rendered here. We also could type something, whatever we want here, and it will also be added to the title. But we are good for now. Let's save the template and send one more alert. And you see the title is changed. So Grafana OnCall is now able to parse title properly. Let's go back to integration, settings, and change how does it render our message. What do we want to know? We want to maybe let's imagine we want to see all labels. So here we could use any Jinja instruction. One of them is for loop, so we could iterate over labels and render them in some fancy way. Let's do it. So I want to get labels first. That's payload dot labels. Yeah, I see labels rendered here. And now we could iterate through them and render them somehow. For this we need instruction called for. For label in payload.labels and instruction ends with and for. I see no error here, so it looks like we're on the right way, and let's render label. Yep, all our labels are here. Those are keys in this dictionary, so let's draw something like this. Yep, we see all labels rendered now. Let's maybe remove the new line, double new line. Cool, so saving template, going to alert groups. Let's resolve this alert group and let's send a new alert. And here is how it's rendered. Remember, before it was just raw JSON. Now let's think about grouping. So now everything will be just grouped in one alert group, and it's not what we want. So as you see, 7 alerts grouped here. Let's group based by cluster name. So all alerts from the same cluster will go to the same group. I'm going back to integrations, settings, alert behavior, grouping ID, and I want to group not by the whole payload, so all alerts with the same payload will be grouped now. I want to group by cluster name. So payload, labels, cluster, and now let's resolve this one. Let's send 2 more alerts with this cluster name and change cluster name here to dev and send 3 more alerts with dev name. 1, 2, 3. As you see, they are getting grouped now to 2 different groups. That's what we expected. Jinja is a very powerful instrument which allows you to do a lot, like almost whole Python here possible. Thank you for watching. See you.